All right, guys, welcome back. I'm going to be reading another post, another success story from the Neville subreddit today. This one is called Manifested a Trip. By the way, if you guys have seen these are new. They're absolutely fire. I love this. Zevia is just, I'm addicted to Zevia. One thing that I like to do is intermittent fast, and Zevia is like made with stevia instead of sugar. And I love sparkling water, but I also love like just straight up, ever since I was a kid, like I love carbonated drinks in general. So they make the best ones. And these are sugar-free tea. Don't get me started on it, don't get me going. It's too much. Okay, so here it is. This post is called Manifested a Trip. And I'm gonna just go with it right now because we'll cover the details and things later. So I'm so glad that my first post on this community is going to be a success story. All right, so I've never seen a sea. Ridiculous, I know. And it's been years since I went on any trip or left my city. Well, my dad doesn't allow me to go anywhere except my college. So I don't even try to go anywhere and literally rot in my room. Dang. I've been getting a lot of beach-related reels on my Instagram For You page, and I got the urge to see a sea. I thought about manifesting it because asking him is like talking to a wall. I used to save those reels in my collection. Those videos alone were enough to make me feel euphoric, and I was wondering how it would feel to be there. One day, when I was about to take my afternoon nap, I thought about imagining myself on a seaside. I took 5 deep breaths to calm myself, and I continuously told myself that I have to feel it real only once, and I did it. I tried to immerse myself in the feeling. I felt the cold water touching my feet and me looking at it. I did this imaginary act only once and moved on to focus on my other manifestation. I lost my Instagram account, so no more reels were there. I shifted to Pinterest and saw some beach-related pins suggested on my feed, and again, I started collecting them to create a vision board. I wasn't frequent with it though. It's been 1 to 2 months, I guess, and I almost forgot about manifesting the trip until one day, my aunt asked my mom to go on a summer vacation with her, and they chose a seaside for it, and of course, my mom agreed as my dad won't take us out. I had an argument with my mother 2 days before going on the trip. Her words effed my mental health so bad that I decided not to go anywhere with her. By the way, I have toxic parents, but she told me the tickets are booked and you are coming with us or without your will. With us with or without your will. So I was kind of forced and I had no other option than obeying her or else I had to face consequences. Surprisingly, she behaved so well with me on trip day. Probably she realized her fault, never mind. The moment we reached our destination and when I saw the sea, oh my God, that wonderful creation of God, I was so grateful to feel that emotion. I couldn't explain them in words. I was like, let me just jump in the water already. But then I remembered I don't know how to swim. I used to sit at the seashore at the evening to feel the cold breeze. It was a wonderful feeling. I enjoyed it a lot and I felt the exact same thing I had imagined. I didn't have a good photographer, so couldn't recreate my Pinterest board, but anyway, I could care less about it. Haha, when we returned home today, I was showing the videos to my dad and he said this place would be amazing to clear the mind of a person who has been mentally tortured. He indirectly told me this because I told him how they treat me. The cycle is starting again. I hope in my next manifestation story, I would share about getting rid of this toxicity. Thing to note to myself. 1, be more specific. I just wanted to see a sea, but I didn't decide any particular place. 2, circumstances don't matter. Though I had an argument with my parents, which ruined my mood, and I lost the excitement to go anywhere, but in the end, it didn't matter. And then she's got a link here to her Pinterest board, which is, it's relevant. When people use these different kind of techniques or whatever it is, I like to include, so I'll drop a link down below, the link to this Reddit post so that you guys can see the types of stuff she put in her Pinterest board. And yeah, a cool little success story. I would actually say that I think it's kind of good that she was vague with it. That she wanted to see the sea, right? And so she accomplished it. If she would have picked a very specific place in Bora Bora or Mykonos or the Bahamas or something, the likelihood of those particular things manifesting are much more slim than going on a vacation when you haven't even experienced the sea before, the ocean. That's an amazing result. And to be able to do that, and that's why a lot of the times I like to use those more vague type of intentions and manifestations, if that's something that will also be satisfactory, right? If there's only something that you really want that's it has to be specific, then that's a different story. But anyways, great little success story. And like I said, I'm gonna leave the link down below. And yeah, I guess that's it. I don't really have much to add to this particular success story. I think that doing this type of, again, the vague intention, wanting to see a sea, imagining your feet in the water, those are all really, really good ways of getting yourself into that state and prepping and kind of priming your mind to have that experience. So much love as always. Drop this video with a like, hit me with a subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video.